Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shiko. If it's your first time here, very much welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. So on this video I'm showing you guys my foundation routine, and without further ado, let's get started. So first I start by concealing my eyelids to even them out using a Legal Pro concealer in the shade Fawn and a concealer brush, and just blend that in with a fluffy brush. So it's just like tapping the concealer into my eyelids, and even if I'm not going to be doing eyeshadow on this look, this is just going to make my eyes even. And yeah, I'm then going to take my Legal Pro powder in the shade Classic Tan and use that to set that concealer so that I have an evened out clean base on my eyes. And then I'm taking my MAC Prep and Prime, and I'm going to use this as my primer. I really want a hydrated finish, I don't want a matte finish, so this is going to give me the moisture that I need, and I am blending that with my fingers, as you can see, and it really smoothens and gives me a good base. For my foundation, I'm using Lancome Tint Miracle foundation and a foundation brush, and I am blending the foundation into my skin using tapping motions. It's like you're just tapping as you move. Yeah, avoid dragging the product, but more of tapping it into the skin until you get the finish that you want. You guys can see how dewy this foundation is, and at the same time it's giving me such nice coverage. It's not like it's so natural, and it also has coverage. It's actually one of my favorite, no, it's actually my favorite foundation. It's just that I don't use it often on my videos because I don't want to finish it because it's expensive. Next, I'm taking my Legal concealer in the shade Fawn, and I'm using that to highlight my under eyes, to highlight my face basically. I do the under eyes, I do the chin, above my lips, my nose. Yeah, so yes, you're going to see that. Doing voiceovers is actually very interesting, you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you like voiceovers or the talk through videos. To contour my face, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and this is in the number 55, and I'm going to use that to contour my face so that I have that slim defined look. Yeah, my face right now looks kind of big, so contouring really helps. So yeah, I also contour my hairline so that I don't look like I have a mask on my face. Though even when I'm blending foundation, I always make sure I don't apply a lot on the forehead. Then also contouring the nose to give me that snatched slim nose. Yes. And when contouring, don't use a very dark concealer. As you can see, this one is not like black. Use a concealer that is slightly darker than you, but not too dark. I'm then taking the lighter concealer, the highlighting one. This is a Legal Fawn, and I'm placing it below the contour. This will give us some definition, you will see as I blend out. Then taking a dry beauty blender, I'm using that to blend out the concealer, and I'm just tapping it into my skin as I move. I usually take a lot of time blending, especially concealer, because it really affects how the overall look is going to turn out. Especially if you use a lot of concealer and don't blend it out completely, high chances are that you're going to look cakey. So I really take my time, and yeah, I would advise you guys to really take your time to blend out your products, not just concealer, even foundation. So yeah, I'm blending my nose, my forehead. Yes, and then I'm going to also blend out below the contour, and you can see as I do that, my contour is becoming more defined. So that's the essence of placing some concealer below the contour. Then taking a brush, a smaller brush, this is what I'm going to use to blend my contour. And it's just, you see guys, because I didn't use a very dark contour, I'm able to get a very smooth transition, like my contour is not harsh because the concealer that I used was not too dark. And even when blending out the contour, you really just want to take your time to make sure it is well blended. So yeah, never like leave your face unblended and then go straight to powder. It will just be a mess. So yes, we are just blending my jawline. This as well helps me not to have that mask look because I'm making sure that my neck is well blended. I'm then using the same brush to blend my nose, the contour on my nose. It's however advisable to use a smaller brush on the nose to just make the contour more precise. You guys can see how blended that is, well blended. Yeah, to set my face, I'm using the Juvia's setting powder. This is in the shade Kalahari, and I'm also using a dry beauty blender because with this powder it is so easy to mess up, but a dry beauty blender works. And then to contour, to set the contour, I'm using a legal powder in the shade Toffee, and the same brush that I used to blend out the concealer, the contouring concealer. That's what I'm applying the contouring powder with to just set it. And then I'm taking a smaller powder brush, a smaller eyeshadow brush to contour my nose. As I've told you guys, it's better to use a smaller brush, so I switched it up. You can't apply powder on the nose with a big brush, it will mess you up. And then I'm using my setting powder to set the edges of my nose. This will make the contour more defined, and I'll do the same on the other contoured areas below my contour. Then taking my legal powder in the shade Classic Tan and a powder brush, I'm using that to swipe off the excess powder, the setting powder, and also just set my face. So I apply this powder all over my face. Yeah. I also really take my time when blending out even the powders because I always make sure that my face is well blended before I move on to any other step. So for blush, I'm using the Divas palette, and I'm using the shade called Before Sunset, an orangey shade. I mixed it with a bit of reddish shade and then blended it using my powder brush. So when you use a lot of blush, excess blush, go in with your powder and blend it out. Then the final step, not the final step, the second last step is setting my face, drenching my face with Mario Badesque setting spray, and then taking a beauty blender to, tap that in, make sure I blend out, not blend out setting spray because it's setting spray, but just like push it into the skin, and this gives me a very wet look, which is my favorite. As I told you guys before, I'm not a fan of matte looks. Then taking this rose gold shade from the Divas palette, I'm using that to highlight my cheeks. the highest points of my cheeks. Yeah, such a beautiful golden shade, rose golden shade. And I also highlight my nose, my cupid's bow, yeah, and almost every other part of my face because I love highlighter like that. Then taking my Divas Cosmetics gloss in the shade Diva. It's a pink gloss, very beautiful shade. I am using that to gloss my lips. I'm applying that on my lips. It's such a gorgeous shade. You guys know how much I love my glosses. So this one, the fact that this one is colored, is pink, I love it. Yeah, so I just applied that on my lips. If you want to buy this gloss, you can head on to Divas Cosmetics on Instagram. If you go to my feed, I've mentioned them, and yeah, it goes for 1,200 shillings. I can tell you guys for sure it's worth it. It feels so nice, it lasts long. Yes. this is our final look. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.